Today I'll be sharing my opinions on the newest banner for Fire Emblem Heroes, which released today for the Desert Mercenaries banner, which is a pure Sacred Stones banner. Fun fact about this banner is that it's a full infantry banner. All of the 5 units revealed are infantry, and I don't think there has been a full infantry banner in the game yet. Or if it has, or if a banner like this has happened, it's been quite a long time because I couldn't find a single one like this. Also, another fun fact, of all 6 units revealed this time, 5 of them are males. It's something that hasn't happened also for a very long time, because the game tends to have a balance, the game tends to tip the balance towards female characters. So every banner there's like 1 male and 3 females, all female, and rarely it's a male majority, but this time it is. For the first character, Tessa, she's a dagger infantry unit, just like Kronia, which released earlier this year in July, and she comes with a base kit that just screams demotion. Why? She doesn't bring any new skills around, and she's a dancer, so that means she won't even have the stats to be a 5-star exclusive unit. One thing that's good about her being a dancer is that she'll have great possibility for builds, and she will be really accessible by being available at 4-star, just like Rayson and even Olivia if you go that far. And Rayson, I think I've seen the most out of him. Since he's a beast, you can build him to use his movement to a combat focus, making him a really powerful offensive unit using Gale Force even. Or you can build him to be a tank, just to survive a few hits on ether raids. And I think Tethys will have the same possibility for builds. Her weapon, the Cleaner Plus, was only available for League Gold, and it works just like it said. Grants bonus to attack equal to total bonuses on foe during combat. That if you wanna fodder this one, you can do this, but if you get her at 5-star, I don't see why you would. Why? Because you can get the same thing for a 4-star League Gold, and she also comes with a better fodder, Speed Respawn 3. It was available on Young Azura, but for that you would, and also Halloween Mia, but for that you would have to get the Grails, then upgrade to 5-star, which is a lot of trouble and is really expensive, so it's nice to have a cheaper option to get them. Dagger EXP, I won't even talk about it. It's for the next unit, Garrick. He's also an infantry unit, but this time he has an axe. But it's no ordinary axe. It's Fire Sweep X Plus. It's been almost 3 years since we got the first Fire Sweep weapons, Fire Sweep Sword and Lance, which were also inheritable, but we never got the third weapon, Fire Sweep X Plus. Now, at the very end of Book 3, we finally got it, and it's, well, what you would expect, Fire Sweep X. Nothing special about it. It's, I think, his greatest fodder out of them all. He is a good unit, I'll talk more about that later, but I think Fire Sweep X will be his main attraction. Moonbow, I think it will work just like Hilda's Moonbow. They both will have pretty good attack, capable of dealing damage to even the tankiest of units, but Moonbow helps killing some of the bulkiest foes and also to deal more damage, and it's cheap to proc, so it also helps. Darting Blow 4, it's not a bad skill since it grants speed plus 9 if you initiate, but there are better options just like Swift Sparrow 3. If you think this skill could be useful, you could also give it to someone else. You fodder Darting Bolt 3 first, then you give Darting Blow 4 and Sudden Panic, Infantry Pulse, or even Fire Sweep X, depending on who you're going to. And next, Sudden Panic and Infantry Pulse. these two skills focus a lot on his HP. Infantry pulse can be changed around for Panic Ploy and removing sudden panic from the B slot to... Well, if you want to take out Fire Sweep X, you can put out Desperation, Lull Attack Defense. There, you have lots of options to build him. I think, well, on his base kit, his HP is his focus, since he'll need a lot of that to proc consistently sudden panic and infantry pulse. At base he comes with 47 HP, but if you give him an inheritable weapon that can be forged, you can give him plus 5 HP and also a seal to get him at 57 HP, which is already pretty good to to proc sudden panic or panic ploy. Next up we have E1. I think the main problem I have with Sacred Stone's names, it's because I've played the game, I beat Sacred Stones, but since there's no voiceover, there's no way to hear what was the right pronunciation for some of the names, for some of the characters' names. It's pretty hard to nail it first try, so E1 it is. He also has 4 skills, but he's not going to be demoted. Why? Because we already have Tethys, which it's a guaranteed demote. But he has Ruthless Serpent, and if we have other Serpent tomes to base that off, he's not going to be demoted. Why? Female Morgan wasn't demoted and she had Blar Serpent. But okay, you can say she was special, she was one of the few flying mages. Okay, then Lu released. Lu. Yeah, the Green Mage released. He also had a kind of mediocre base kit. His only strengths were Relia Press plus, but he also didn't have that much going for him. This time it's the same thing, the difference being Ruthless Serpent and Sabotage Speed. His main skill that won't get him demoted is Sabotage Speed. First off, Ruthless Serpent, it works great for him because if you do the math, he has about 33 speed. 33 res, sorry. If he has 33 res plus his weapon, he'll get easily to 39 on enemy phase. If you wanna combo it with, for example, Bracing Stance, which is available on Conrad, which was released not a long time ago. If you have a spare 4-star Conrad or 3-star you wanna upgrade him, you can give it to E1 and he'll get plus 10 defense res on enemy phase against ranged units. On Glacius already did the math and he has about 33-34 resistance. It's pretty good, and I think if you give him a res boon, he can become an amazing tank. Swift Stance 2, it's a pretty normal skill. you can change it around for anything really, Bracing Stance, even Distant Defense if you want that. Sabotage Speed, I think it's not one of the best skills to give him. First off, his res at 33 isn't that good to proc consistently on some bulkier foes, because 33 resistance, I mean, your foe needs to have 30 or less resistance. If you go against, I don't know, even Micaiah, any of the 3 copies of Micaiah won't affect her. This won't be as effective as it could have been, so you can change it off for something else. I think his skills are going to be pretty similar to Lu's, so that he'll have low attack but an amazing enemy phase, and if you somehow get him to reduce his cooldown, his main damage dealing possibility will be through his special. Next up we have, I know it says Dynastic Duo, but I think I'll have to rename it Cancer Duo. Yes, earlier this month, sorry, last month we got Halloween Hector, which was a duo hero, but I think his base kit, at least on skills, wasn't that bad. Now we get to Cancer, Ephraim and Lion. Well, first off, fun fact, it's not the first time Yamada Kotaro, the artist who did his art, drew Ephraim, because he actually did it once for Awakening Ephraim, his portrait in Fire Emblem Awakening. Now for his skills. He has Dragon Leaf as his PRF, and wow. Okay, we have to break it piece by piece. It's effective against armored and cavalry foes, just like Thani, Dawn Suzu, and Light of Dawn, Mikaya's weapons. Also, he gets flat +3 attack, meaning he'll have +19 attack when equipping his PRF. And if you're not happy with that, if your unit is higher than foe's attack, if your unit's attack is higher than foe's attack, either that or you have extra movement granted by another hero, you make a guaranteed follow-up attack, which is amazing for his low speed, which you'll see later. And well, his weapon basically allows him to kill anything, and if he couldn't kill it on the first hit, well, you got a guaranteed follow-up attack. His special Draconic Aura is kind of cheap and easy to proc, and considering his attack, it's a pretty massive amount of damage for a cheap special. Now we got Heavy Blade 4. Heavy Blade 4, it's not like Flashing Blade 4. Flashing Blade 4 you can give it to fast units and things like that, but Heavy Blade 4 it's on another level, because it's not limited to only armored and infantry units. Heavy Blade you can give it to anyone. Cavalry, flyers, all of them can get Heavy Blade 4. The good thing about Heavy Blade 4, not only you get plus 1 cooldown, but you also do 5 true damage, which is simply amazing. I mean, if you have anyone that has a good base attack or relies heavily on attack buffs, and I mean, if he has good potential for using Heavy Blade, it's extra free damage. I mean, if you have a powerful but slow unit, Heavy Blade will help you. 5 true damage. It practically guarantees the kill. Little attack defense is pretty exclusive, considering only Dimitri got it, and now Duo Ephraim. And it's amazing for melee combat, because it reduces foes' defense and attack by 3, so that means you get +3 defense and +3 attack. And not only that, if you're going against a really powerful foe with, I don't know, he got danced by Legendary Azura and has +7 to attack and defense, you just nullify that, which is pretty amazing. Low attack defense is an amazing skill. You need to know how to use it, because it's a powerful skill. I mean, you can't give it to someone who's not taking hits. For example, you can't give it to Garrick because he has Fire Sweep Act. You need to give it to someone, well, just like Ephraim, someone who will take damage against melee foes. So that means, no Fire Sweep. Auto Attack Wave is also great because it helps him dealing more damage, which is something he needs to proc Regen Leaf. Now we get to the fun part, his dual skill. He pairs up with Lion, and what he does is he grants extra movement to allies. Now here's the thing, we have lots of things to consider. Before saying what his true dual power is, we need to think a little. He gets +1 movement, which means he'll proc Regen Leaf's guaranteed follow-up attack effect. You don't even need to have an attack greater than your foes, because if you get this effect, you also guarantee it. And also, if you don't want to use his dual skill, you can also use Legendary Azura, which will get you +1 movement, and will also proc Regen Leaf. Now, let's think a little. His dual skill grants +1 movement to some units. It could be units in the same row as him, because the only units affected were in the same row as him. It could be adjacent allies, because, well, Ines and Amelia got it, and they can both be affected by this, because Amelia can use Armor March, and Ines can be affected by extra movement skills such as Legendary Azuras. So that means it's a possibility. But it also could be only 2 infantry and armor units on team. We still don't know yet. I can't say for a fact which one is his dual skill. But anyway, it grants extra movement, which is one of the main points of Legendary Azura being that powerful, is the +1 movement you can grant to anyone. And I mean, if you get that on a dual hero that can affect your whole team, it's great. You also got a tease for the newest chapter. I'm pretty sure it's not the last chapter in book 3, but well, we can see from this screenshot that we are facing off against Hell. So let's see what happens. Also, if you weren't happy enough with all that shit we got, there's also Ross, his father's son. I think he's gonna be very, very, very similar to Valbar that released recently. Brave Axe, Valbar had Brave Lance. He's gonna have low speed to go with his Brave Axe, and a good defense. I think it's gonna be like Ostrom's. Yeah, Ostrom had pretty good defense. He's gonna be like this, and 44 HP. He's gonna be pretty similar to Valbar, I think. And he also got a pretty significant skill, just like Valbar, who got at HP defense plus for his A slot. I think that's gonna be it. We also got teased that Cormac is going to be the newest GHB unit, but we didn't even get a single art piece of him, nor his movement, so I can't talk about it now. That's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I hope you get good pulls, because, well, I'm pretty sure everyone will be pulling for Ephraim or some of the newest characters.